Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be reviewing my game against Truro. Very frustrating not to get all 3 points. For me, not my best game by any stretch of the imagination. I thought I was a little bit scruffy in the first half towards the end, and after they went down to 9 men, I had a few chances that I created. Didn't have any shots on goal or any real clear chances from what I can remember, and yeah, not my best game, but that's part of football. I kept going until the end, kept trying to make something happen, and the fact they went down to 9 men and went into low block definitely made it more difficult as there was less space, and I think that's an aspect of my game that I also need to work on, which is breaking down a low block and receiving the ball in tight areas and be able to create chances with bodies in front. But like anything, that's probably one of the hardest things in football. So lots of good learning, and let's get into the review. Nice little header. I started at right wing back in this game. They're just running across the length of the pitch to try and block the cross, and then this clip, the first bit of learning for the day really is I've got to stay inside and block that pass inside me. I creep a little bit too much. I thought I could still block that pass, so I try to creep to make sure I can also take the runner, but I go across a little bit too much too early, and I do read it and try to intercept it, but it's a good pass and I get taken out of the game. So one of the key principles of defending is to keep the ball and the man in front of you for as long as possible. So even if I tuck in and it goes out to the wing back, I'm still in the game and I can get out and try and block the cross. There, it's a good interception. And again, another good piece of defending, and unlike the previous clip, I'm able to keep the ball in front and force a deeper cross, which is good. As the ball turns over to Ricky, I heard the corner, I try to play a pass to him. A little bit sloppy in the turnover. Should I manage it maybe, or just clear it? But I can just take a touch and carry on driving. I've not got any pressure from that defender as he's starting to run back, so I should really just take the ball and carry it to help the team and relieve the pressure. This actually led to the goal, maybe where that first clip I said about keeping the ball man in front. That's why I was a bit more precautious and started deeper. At this point I'm 30 yards too deep, so I can't get out to the ball, but I do keep the ball in front. I actually do well to nick it. We give away a foul, so something I can learn from. I should have been higher. Here, good pressure, I'm able to win the ball back. Once I get it back, do well to come inside and pick out Reg. Try to get the ball back so it's bright, it's positive, and it's a good run. Again, a nice positive pass into Millsy. Get the ball back again and try to be positive with a drive and run. Doesn't quite work out, but I like the intent and I was happy with my mindset and attitude that I'm trying to make something happen. There, the ball just came so quick at me. I think it touched my foot before I even knew it was there. There, just tidy up and keep it simple. And again, good pressure to keep the ball going backwards. This was the start of an interesting spell for me. I think there's nothing wrong with being positive and going 1v1. Here I ended up finding out 2 people, tried to shimmy and lose a little bit of control. End up losing the ball. I play it back. Maybe I should just take it line earlier with a simple skill and try and beat him for pace. But if I look at his body shape and body position, credit where credit's due to that wing back. He keeps me, he's ready to go line, it's a good body position, and as he's so deep, I was quite reluctant to take the ball line or try and beat him for pace at the same time. And again, I try and go 1v1, expect him to back off, but he reads it and comes in with a challenge. I do well to recover and I have a good reaction to win the ball back. I think maybe because just lost the ball off the back of 2 1v1s. In my head, I'm thinking all I want to do is beat him 1v1. make up for that, and I just overrun it, get it all wrong. And if I play that back, I've got a very simple pass into Ricky. If I get my head up here, straight into Ricky's feet, then I can run off it. Ricky can turn and move on the attack. So off the back of those two poor decisions or losing the ball 1v1, I follow that with a poor decision again. So it just shows that when you make mistakes, it's important to keep your mind clear, not thinking about what's gone on previously. And again, trying to play with Millsy this time, get the run of the green, and having switched sides, I just helped the team progress up the pitch. Again, I think the defender's distances are quite good, and it doesn't allow me to really run at him and take him on. It's quite picky really, but it's always good, I think, when the ball's in the box and I'm not on the end of it, to just look at where it went, and there as a wing back, my wing back actually gets to clear it. But if I can recognise that early where the ball's going to go, of course I've got to gamble a little bit. Instead of going to the back post, can I come in and try and get a cut back? Here, good 1v1 defending. Just happy with my body shape, and I'm able to help the team progress play. I tidied that up quite well, I thought. I hadn't really had much success in wide areas as a game as a wing back, so it's something I should have maybe worked out a little bit earlier, the fact that I was being marked so tightly out wide that I should be rolling inside more to get myself in the game. So here, when it gets to Proots, I finally decided to roll in, which I think I could have done a lot earlier to try and start influencing the game. And it's a good turn initially, good first touch, and I try to squeeze it through to Mills. The outside centre back just about gets a block, but again it's positive and I'm happy with that. Probably one of the worst moments of the game for me, not something I associate myself with anymore, but just a little bit rash. It's a simple pass out to Cooley on the opposite side, and I think whenever you receive it in a pocket the same side as you, there's normally a lot of space on the other side of the pitch if you can find the opposite midfielder. So there, simple pass into Ollie, or I think Cooley, who shows up here. Instead I try, and my mind just isn't calm, try and force a pass into Tay, and even the quality of the pass, I just absolutely smash it into him and we lose the ball. I don't really know what I'm doing there, and it's something that hopefully I don't do that for the rest of the season. And that was the first half. So a little bit frustrated with how that half ended, but overall trying to make stuff happen. It was quite a tight game, not much space, not many opportunities, but yeah, I was trying my best. Kept things moving, and thankfully I was able to be a bit brighter and help create a few chances, or my headspace a lot clearer. And that was a nice little dribble and setting up the chance for Ollie, receiving it in the pocket as I ended the last half. Here a nice turn. I thought Joe was going to run in space, so I get that decision wrong to try and play it in the space. And again, I'm trying things. Does it come off? No, it goes out for a throw, but it's the right attitude. Technically, yes, that can be a bit better, but I'm happy that I'm trying to make stuff happen, and I want that mindset there. As a wing back, I'm getting in the box. Doesn't quite come off, but I'm in the right area. And again, we tied it up well from a turning free kick, and I almost get on the counter. So again, receiving it in the pocket, and I'm able to get on the half turn and try and play forward and run forwards. So even though that didn't come off, I'm very happy with the attitude and the intent. Then a key moment happened. Two of their players got sent off, one for a cynical foul, second yellow, and I'm not sure what the other player got sent off for. So they went down to 9 men. Not something I think I've experienced too much, but that obviously changed the dynamics of the game. And there I tried to anticipate where he would go and nick it going forwards. Poor defending, you could say, but risk reward. I'm in the final third and I wanted to try and nick it and go straight to goal. So not the end of the world to try and do that, but an unnecessary gamble defensively. There they just started to sit in so we had a lot more space, and I found a nice pocket just off the back of any of the wide players, the fullbacks here, dropping out and receiving the ball. Get half a yard blocked. Something again I think I'd like to work on from this game was when I get the ball in those areas with so many bodies there, creating that half a yard and then creating space to shoot, especially when you've got maybe 2 or 3 players blocking at the back, is an area that I'd like to work on. And again I find that little pocket of space, probably the best chance I created of the game, as it ricochets out there. I'm able to get a nice touch in, cross it to Robbo. Unfortunately we're not able to take that chance. Again in that pocket, try and play a 1-2 for Joe, but again it's a lot cleaner from me. Doesn't quite come off, but I'm happy with the calmness of mind and the technical side of things in this clip. And what I loved about pulling up in this pocket is I've got space, but if that outside centre back wants to come tight to me, then great, I can run in behind and get it down the side. So it's very hard for that defender to decide what he wants to do, and whatever he does I'll just do the opposite of and have success either way. I don't know where I got this from, maybe the times that I have been pinned as a fullback, but I think I initially started in offside position and I've come back onside around the back of him to block him, and initially I wanted Proots to play the ball in front of me so I can just get on the run. Doesn't quite work out, so I get myself onside in this pocket, and I actually could have received it myself, but I knew Joe was behind me, so I let it run through my legs. We create another chance, and it's a great finish from Tay, gets us back in the game at 1-1. Unbelievable. And we're back in the game. Again, getting in a little pocket, playing out to Millsy. And a good run. Good idea to chop. I think there's a pass into Millsy when I play it back. But at the time, I didn't take into account how close he was to me, and I was trying to just float it up to the back post, someone to get on the end of. There, nice 1v1 play, able to beat my man and get a cross in. The cross needs to be in the air really, or cut back more. It's just cleared by the first man. Again, picking the ball up in that pocket. I'm able to get past the first man, but I'm just going into putties as the ball gets inside. Maybe there's a better angle for me to wrap it into the far corner. But with that many bodies, I think sometimes it's important to just take the shot and see what happens and hope for the best. There, nice set to Ollie, makes a good bit of play and get a chance off the back of that. This corner, I don't really know what I'm doing. It's a sloppy decision to pass the ball. I should have just crossed it in. End up having to run the length of the pitch to recovery, but just as well to recover as well. Able to tidy that up. Again, receiving in the pocket. At this point, as you can tell, they clearly sat in a lot, and that was the end of the game. Finished 1-1. Very frustrating that we couldn't make the most of playing against my men, but at the same time, it's never easy to beat a low block. So definitely a better second half for me in terms of receiving it, looking like I'm trying to create something and being a lot cleaner and a lot calmer mentally. And the games that I didn't get any shots off. Lots of learning with their positives, absolutely. Smaller details instead of the bigger things like goals or assists, but another game in the bank. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you've learned something, and if you have, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.